Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to September 2024. I got to tell you, man, this is going to be a special month. Donnie Baker here with the LPR Sound Foundation, and we are here to kick off Studio Tour Month. We're going on tour. I'm giving you guys a backstage pass to all the studios. Okay, so this month, we're going to take an extensive tour. Today, what we're doing is we're just kicking it off, okay? I'm going to give you a little taste of each room, show you kind of what's in there, what we got going on. And then over the next few weeks, we're going to take you on a tour every week through each studio extensively. So kicking it off this week is a little taste of everything. So get ready for that. And next week, we're going to show you this room. This is the podcast production studio here at ES Audio Recording Studios in lovely Los Angeles, California. I'm going to share with you all the equipment, everything we do in here, kind of the different ways we set it up, different ways we use the equipment. I'm going to show you this system, which I'm using right now to share this with you. We're going to dive deep. We're going to dive deep into all the equipment and how we use it and why we have it and the purpose that it serves and why the idea that I had when I bought it, how I use it, how I might have discovered using this piece of equipment, or where I got it, or how long ago I bought it. I mean, dude, I've got some gear in the bigger studio, which we're going to get to in a couple of weeks. But I've got some of this stuff that I've had since the 1970s. And oh my goodness, man, I'm gonna share all this with you. So I'm excited. You guys should be excited. I mean, we're gonna dive deep into each studio, starting with first up next week, the 9th, we're gonna do the podcast production studio. On the 16th, we're gonna do Studio B, which is that way from where I'm sitting right now. And then on the 23rd, Studio A, which is right on the other side of this wall. And then I got a special bonus. We got a special bonus show for you. On the 30th, I'm going to lay out all my microphones and the instruments. We got a lot of instruments. We got just a ton of microphones. I'm going to share with you all my microphones and kind of, which is kind of weird, man. I'm going to take all the microphones and put them out for you all at the same time. I got some unique, weird stuff, man, which I really enjoy, and I thought hopefully you guys enjoy seeing the weird stuff that I got. I do want to share with you today we're going to do a quick thing. It's going to be real quick, real simple, boom, 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 to the point. Look at this, and then over the next 4 weeks, we're going to break it down. It should be pretty cool, man. I'm going to share with you the piece of equipment, why I have it, how I use it, maybe how it's connected, how it's set up, my idea and my opinion of it, and my ideas of why I have it, and what kind of thing I feel like I get out of it. And look, everybody's not going to agree with my opinion on it, but it's my opinion. It's my gear. So, you guys have gear that I might not. I might go, ooh, why do you have that? But don't discount it just yet, man. Understand that this is my stuff, man. And I the way I use it, and I might use it weird. I might try something different. I might use 2 compressors instead of just one on the thing because it works really well. Or I might go from a preamp to an EQ, then a compressor, and then another EQ. You never know. You just don't know, man. You just don't get. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I, for one, am super excited about this. This whole month is going to be cool. I know last month sucked. Y'all don't have to remind me, man. I mean, nobody cares about. Somebody cares, and that's why I do it. So somebody cared about podcasting. I actually got a couple of people that were quite interested in starting their own podcast, which is pretty cool. Because that's kind of the whole point of why I did Podcast Month last month. It was more about, what kind of gear do you need to do a podcast? I mean, shit, really, you could do everything on your phone. I mean, shoot, really, you could do everything on your phone. I mean, seriously. But no, we got a couple of people reached out. I did a remote coaching call, and that was pretty cool. Met a lovely person, and we're gonna be doing some other work. I did meet a really cool person who's gonna be coming in and doing a podcast and with us, and she's got just great ideas, and her message is really powerful, and I'm excited that we're gonna be a part of it. And this all came from this person seeing me on platforms talking about podcasting. You know, so look, that's what we do, man. This is why we do it. You know what I mean? I do have something I want to share with you today in case you have not done this, or it is updated a tad. It's called the $150,000 Studio Build Challenge. I'm going to challenge you. Yes, you. I'm going to challenge you to build a studio for you only have $150,000 to spend. Don't forget, you have to keep your budget within $150,000, and you have to build yourself a studio. Now, what I want you to do is go through and pick out the gear that you think you want. Pick out the room treatments that you think you want. Pick out the microphone, pick out the controller, the analog console, whatever you want. But keep in mind that you only have $150,000 to spend. Get it right here. It's learnprorecording.com/studio build. It's called the $150,000 Studio Build Challenge. This actually comes from a course that I wrote for a private college, a private for-profit school, if you will. And they use it, and their students enjoy it. And so I've adapted it for us to use this, not the school. So I've rebranded it for our purposes. But again, one more time, it's learnprorecording.com/studio build for our lovely listeners on podcast instead of watching me here on YouTube. So I'll also put a link to it in the show notes and the description here on YouTube. So just go click. It's free. I'm not charging anything for it. It's just a lot of fun, man. It gives you an idea of what it takes to build any studio, really, a home studio, commercial studio, whatever it is you have in your mind on how you want to do things. That's what it's for. It's just a lot of fun, man. It's and it definitely will wake you up to understanding how much this stuff costs. You're like, oh man, $150,000, bro, that's a lot. Is it really when you're talking about building a studio? I don't know. It can be. Yeah, of course it can be. But man, you start getting in there and talking about, you want that $10,000, $20,000 thing, and you want that $40,000 console. Yeah, it's gonna add up quick, bro. And you got to keep in mind that you got all your marketing, you got all your creature comforts, coffee machine and refrigerator and chips and candies for your clients, man. Dude, it's gonna go quick. So yeah, enjoy that, man. The Studio Build Challenge, learnprorecording.com/studio build. Go grab that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and wrap this up. We're gonna play a little pre-recorded thing that I had to pre-record it because I can't really do that live with the thing. You'll understand when you see it. So get ready for next week. Next week we're gonna kick off. Well, this is the kickoff, but next week we're going to deep dive into this room, the podcast studio. So that should be really interesting and a lot of fun. We got some great gear in here, man. Some great cameras, some great lighting. The audio is pretty sick. And it all comes from one little thing. I plug the mic in, boom, turn it on, it's good to go. We'll be sharing all this stuff. I'm going to share things like this with you next week. Podcast studio, the week after that, Studio B, then Studio A, then the bonus session that we're gonna give you is the mics and instruments. That one should be really cool. I'm super excited. I love microphones. I love collecting microphones. I like weird stuff when it comes to microphones. Like the stranger, the better for me. Man, there's nothing better than finding a sleeper microphone that nobody really even talks about, and you get it and you're like, damn, that kick drum, bro. Yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about, stuff like that, because it's just a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys have that one microphone that you're like, yeah, this is my microphone, and this is my microphone. And yeah, look, whatever microphone you have is the best one to have. There's always, you might think there's something better, but nah, it's just whatever you got is what you got, and that's the one that you're going to be using, and that's the one that's going to make you the money, so you can buy another microphone. And that's what happened with me. I started with one microphone, then I bought another one, then I bought another one, then I bought another one, and about maybe 42 more. So just Yeah, we'll talk about that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be hilarious. This month, I'm super excited. You guys have a great week, man. Hey, look, the blog post. I've already done the blog post for this week. It is coming out on Wednesday. If you guys are on my list, you'll get an email talking about, hey, go look at the blog post. It's pretty cool. If you're not on my list, you want to just go look at the blog post, go to learnprorecording.com. Right at the top of the page there, it says blog. Grab that. If you got any ideas for me about what you might want to see on the podcast here, things that you might want me to talk about, things you might want me to ask me a question, whatever, info@learnprorecording.com. That's how you can get a hold of me here. Or you can always DM me on whatever social media platform you might be looking at. We recently started doing stuff on TikTok again. Got a cool intern that's helping out with that. So I appreciate the interns on stepping that up. It's always fun. We have a good time. So let's go look at this quick video. I will see you guys Wednesday on the blog post. Don't forget about Thursday Live. We're coming at you live every Thursday, usually in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, just depends on the studio schedule. But I've been trying to keep it consistent in the morning, 10:15 a.m. Pacific time. Look for the email. You'll get it. It's going to be awesome. Those are always fun because it is live. It's interactive, so you guys can ask questions, share mixes, share templates, share whatever, man. Whatever it is you got, I'm here for you. So every Thursday, 10:15 a.m. Pacific time, usually. And then Monday, I'll see you next Monday when we kick off the podcast production studio with our BackStage pass. So you guys go have fun. Have a great week, man. Prosperous week. Oh, this is today's a holiday. That's right, I forgot. Happy Labor Day. You guys that get the day off, welcome. Hopefully you got the grill cranked up and you're watching some I don't know what kind of sports is on that. Maybe football has already started. I don't know. I've not paid attention. Maybe I might want to look into that because I might lose my dude card or something. You never know. So I'll have to check into that. We've just been super busy here at the studio, and this past month has been cool. You know, I know it was kind of a little bit boring, but like I said, man, there was two people out there, at least two people out there that enjoyed it. You know, so this month is for all of us. This month is for all. Don't forget, leave me a question, comment, or concern down there in the comments. While you're down there, click subscribe so you can get notified when these things come on and these things are coming out for you. So we will see you guys next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday. Have a great week. Donnie B, I'm out. Peace. Okay, here we are in the podcast studio. As you can see, it's kind of set up for a podcast. We just did a podcast today, and this is what the setup was for it. I want to show you guys around real quickly. We're going to dive deeper into all this equipment in the next few episodes. So get ready for this. This is just an overall. So this is our podcast room, and this is some of the gear that's in our podcast studio. This is a live streaming system. We'll show you this in more detail coming up shortly. And anyway, we have this guy ran the podcast himself, so we had everything on the desk for him. That's the audio system there. We'll talk more about that later. This is the video camera switcher here. He's got this dude's got a confidence monitor right there in front of the camera, so he can see it. He kind of sits here and sees everything he needs to see. We have another microphone here just in case, because sometimes he gets off of this microphone and it started to sound a little weird. We got lighting. We got light there, we got a light there. We're gonna talk way more about this stuff in the upcoming episodes. So I just wanted to get you guys ready to look at some of the podcast's equipment. This is the podcast production room. Behind this system, right here, there's another system. I don't know if you can see it over there. There is a production system, and we do use that for producing, and sometimes students use this for practice and sitting in here. I mean, this room's not as treated as our other studios, but it doesn't sound too bad for being what it is. So hopefully you guys get some ideas about what we got going on here in the podcast production studio, and we'll talk more about that when we get onto that episode. Here's the tour dates in case you guys are caring about that. Today's the 2nd, so we're gonna start with the studio tour month. Then we're gonna go to the podcast studio. Then we're gonna look at Studio B, then Studio A, and then we got a bonus we're gonna give you on the 30th. We're gonna talk about all our microphones and instruments. So this is gonna be a great month. Studio tour month here at ES Audio Recording Studios. I, for one, am super excited. Can't wait for you guys. Can't wait to share it with you guys. So enjoy that, and we'll get to the rest of it here in a little bit. Thanks for watching. So next up here we are in Studio B. Studio B is it revolves around this GS3000 from 1995, Allen and Heath GS3000 analog console from 1995. This is an awesome console. It has been it has had some work done to it, so it's not exactly stock, but it's not too bad, not too shabby. It does sound great. We can mix on this console completely out of the box. We do have some SSL channel strips in here. There's a pre and an EQ and a dynamic section, 2 channels of each. Our converter in this room is an Apollo, and there's a couple more Apollos behind the rack there that you don't need to look at because we don't need to see those. They're just simply I/O. There is a patch bay system in here, which we're going to talk a lot more about in our upcoming episode when we talk about our Studio B. Anyway, the monitors in here are Dyne Audios. And we got, of course, NS10s. Of course, we got NS10s. We're going to represent who dat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So this room revolves. It also has Pro Tools, Logic, Ableton. I think there's even FL in here. There's Studio One. There's Luna. There's a lot of different DAWs in here. The DAW doesn't really matter in studios. We're going to talk a lot more about that when we get to it. Some of the room treatment here, you guys can look around. We do mix in surround in this room, so there is a set of speakers here in the back. We're going to talk more about some of the instruments that we have here and some of the controllers and some of the guitars and we're going to talk a lot more about some of the equipment. The rack equipment is here. Yes, there is outboard gear here, and we are going to discuss that when we get to this episode. So I just kind of want to show you guys briefly the room, getting you excited for Studio Tour Month here at ES Audio Recording Studios, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun. I, for one, am super excited. Can't wait to bring you more. You guys that know me personally, you guys know that I love talking about gear, and I love sharing my gear with you. So I'm excited to share with you my Studio B. Okay, next up, we're here in Studio A. Here we are, Studio A, ladies and gentlemen. This is our larger of the 3 studios here at ES Audio Recording Studios. And yes, we have analog tape machines. In case you guys don't remember what those look like, we are going to highlight those a little bit more when we get into the Studio A tour. This is actually a remote for the big 2-inch 24 track. So we got some outboard gear here, and of course there's a Tube Tech. There's a 1176 LA4. These LA4s, this set of LA4 Yuri LA4s are from 1971, I believe. 1970, 1971. Of course, we have an SPX 90 reverb multi-effects unit in here, and then there's a Lexicon MPX 550, and this is kind of a secret. The EH50. If you guys follow Dave Pensato, you know what I'm talking about. Subs under the desk of the KRK 10-inch. Dude, there's just there's a lot going on in here, man. These are the wall-mounted PA system for when we need to get loud. There's a lot more outboard gear in here. I just kind of wanted to briefly show you Studio A. We're going to do a full tour of this room in a few weeks, so get ready for that. This is just the kickoff of the whole tour. So this is an Audient ASP4816 analog console. We're going to talk a lot more about that. We do have a Bus Plus in here, which we are going to share with you. That the speakers mains in here are the HS8s or HS80s, which are the Mark 1s. You can tell from the little black tabs on the speakers there. And of course NS10s, and of course another secret in this room are these Oratones. These are Oratone 5Cs from 1968, and yeah, they sound great. So we are going to talk a lot more about that. We're going to talk more about our instruments. We're going to talk more about some of the unique pieces that we have in this room, and it's going to be amazing. I, for one, am super excited. I can't wait to share with you guys some of the gear that we have in here. You guys know I love talking about gear. You guys know I love talking about stuff like that, and I can't wait to share with you some of the room treatments that we use in this room, some of the uniqueness of ES Audio Recording Studios in Los Angeles, California, something that makes us super different than other studios. This is the live room, as you guys can tell. We're going to share a lot more about this in the upcoming episode. I just kind of wanted to touch on it briefly, show you what's going on, show you what we got coming up. And I, for one, am excited. I can't wait to share with you some of the stuff we do, some of the stuff and how we do it, how we've got everything routed through these patch bays. I'm going to share a lot of this with you. So this is an exciting room. This room works a lot. This room actually sounds great with drums, sounds great with wood instruments, guitars, stringed instruments, woodwinds. Just, man, everything seems to sound great in this room. So I'm excited. I can't wait to bring it to you, and hopefully you guys are excited as I am. And kick this off. Here we go. Studio tour month here at ES Audio Recording Studios, September 2024. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging out.